At this moment, Filipinos are being displaced from key American cities unexpectedly. Find out which city could be aiming at your family next. Number 10. Chicago. In Chicago, things started off very quietly. Instead of a loud raid, the process began with a simple letter and a brief phone call. Over time, long-term Filipino residents, families who had spent years sharing apartments or renting rooms, began to vanish. What's behind these sudden disappearances? In many cases, it's expired student visas, delays in processing asylum claims, or unexpected changes in job assignments that haven't been formally approved. Local services such as clinics and community centers now check IDs much more carefully. A small mistake in an old record can set off the alarm. For many in Chicago, staying quiet and following the rules once meant safety. Today, that same quiet can make you an easy target. Residents say that for many families, the fear of losing their home is becoming a constant worry, especially when they never expected to be on the radar at all. Number 9. Houston. In Houston, a once peaceful neighborhood is now experiencing a rapid change. In just 1 week, Filipino workers started disappearing from logistics centers and small clinics. Enforcement is not only checking IDs, officials also review pay stubs, licenses, and even job ads online. Many who arrived as tourists or with short-term visas are suddenly being watched closely. Even people who stayed longer during the pandemic found themselves treated as if they were overstaying their welcome. The data sharing between local agencies and immigration authorities has grown, meaning that even a tiny mistake in your paperwork can bring unwanted attention. This sudden focus on people who used to be seen as low risk has left many families shaken. Imagine the stress of starting your day wondering if today could be the day you're taken away from your community. This is the new reality for many in Houston. Number 8. Los Angeles. Los Angeles has always been known as a city of dreams, where hope and diversity come together. But even here, routine stops have turned into planned arrests, especially in neighborhoods like historic Filipino Town and nearby Koreatown. Even though many believe they were protected by sanctuary policies, federal authorities have been quietly sharing information with local law enforcement. In many cases, old asylum claims were reopened unexpectedly and then denied in a very short time. This sudden twist has forced many longtime residents to face an abrupt return to their country of origin, despite having built lives and families in LA. The shock comes from a system that once felt welcoming. Today, residents say that when you're quiet and follow the rules, it doesn't protect you anymore. It makes you easier to track. The emotional toll on families who see friends and neighbors disappear with barely any explanation is hard to measure. Number 7. New York City. Moving to New York City, particularly in Filipino neighborhoods of the Bronx and Queens, there's an air of tension that is impossible to ignore. Federal agents are now seen at everyday events, church festivals, community picnics, and even in local grocery stores. Public gatherings, which were once joyful and full of life, have now become risky events. Many Filipino residents, who were waiting on family-based visas or green cards, have been taken away because of small mistakes or delays in their paperwork. In an effort to boost enforcement, New York City is even testing facial recognition technology to track people who have overstayed their visas. This new level of monitoring means that even a routine day, like shopping for groceries or attending a neighborhood event, carries an underlying fear. The feeling is one of constant surveillance, and many say that the warmth and community spirit they once felt is slowly being replaced by anxiety. Number 6. San Francisco. In San Francisco, removals can start with the smallest neighborhood disagreement. In buildings where many share living spaces or unofficial rentals, even a landlord's complaint about unpaid rent or a noise issue can set off a chain reaction. Once a landlord reports a problem, the information goes into a federal system that makes it easy to target Filipino residents. Many of those affected live in multi-generational households or share apartments with family members. What used to be a simple community problem now leads to a very serious consequence: deportation. The city, once a safe haven known for its openness, now faces a troubling new reality where everyday issues can be weaponized. Number 5. San Diego. San Diego is famous for its sunny beaches, yet behind the scenes, it has become a center for fast deportations. Many families are being split apart because one parent may have legal status while the other does not. ICE agents have started knocking on doors in neighborhoods with U.S. citizen children, ready to take action if visa paperwork isn't in perfect order. New methods like mobile courtrooms and facial recognition technology mean that even a small error on your forms can lead to removal within days. Families who had believed that living under the radar would keep them safe are now forced to confront the harsh possibility of being suddenly uprooted. Number 4, Dallas. Dallas has seen its troubles start in a very personal way, right in local hospitals. Many Filipino nurses and caregivers who form the backbone of the local healthcare system have vanished after their shifts. Despite having proper IDs, work histories and tax records, a small issue like a missing form or an error on a timesheet can trigger an investigation. Audits in care facilities have uncovered many problems with temporary work visas, leaving many vulnerable workers in a precarious position. Many of those affected trusted agencies to handle their visa renewals, only to be caught in a confusing and fast-moving system. The result is a growing fear that no matter how hard you work, one small mistake could change your life forever. Number 3, Phoenix. Phoenix has long been seen as a place of warmth and refuge, especially for immigrants seeking a safe space in local churches. However, those once safe havens are no longer secure. Federal agents have started raiding churches, catching Filipino families completely by surprise. New state rules now allow law enforcement to enter places of worship on the mere suspicion of immigration issues, even without a warrant. For many who depended on their church communities for support and comfort, this is a heartbreaking betrayal. The atmosphere of trust and sanctuary has given way to fear, making it hard for residents to feel secure even in the most sacred settings. Number 2, Miami. In Miami, where the bright blue ocean often hides a tougher reality, the crackdown is hitting Filipino workers hard. Many jobs in areas near the port, especially in kitchens, laundry services, and dock work, are now under close scrutiny. A federal investigation into identity fraud has led to more deportations than ever before. Even workers who are employed legally find themselves caught in a system that is quick to penalize even the tiniest error. With the focus on detailed employment records, many families that depend on this work are now at risk of losing everything. The situation in Miami shows how quickly a trusted job can become a reason for removal. Number 1, Washington, D.C., the heart of U.S. policymaking, is now at the center of these troubling changes. Over the past 18 months, more than 200 Filipino residents have been quietly removed. Many of these people had been waiting years for family petitions to come through or relied on special protections like TPS or DACA. In D.C., regulations have shifted so fast that a visa once considered safe can quickly become a risk. The new policy changes seem to target any legal gap they can find, using Filipino communities as a testing ground for these stricter rules. Here, deportation isn't just about enforcing immigration laws, it's being used as a way to experiment with new policies that make it even harder for immigrants to feel secure. Residents in the capital say that these actions feel less like law enforcement and more like a tight, uncertain experiment. Filipino families who once felt they belonged in America now face sudden and unexplained removals that shake the very foundations of their lives. So what does all this mean? Do you think the trend of these quiet removals is just the start? Or could it be part of a larger plan targeting Filipino communities across the country? Now is the time to discuss and ask questions because this issue could affect families you know and love. Let us know what you think in the comments below and please share this video with anyone who has family working in the US. They deserve to know what's happening before it's too late.